Hey, what is up, guys? Alex here from technoclass.com. This is the review of the Kingston HyperX Cloud Revolver S. This is the newest version of HyperX Cloud headphones in the Revolver sub-series. And the entire HyperX Cloud line are some of the best headphones you can get for gaming, as everybody knows. So this comes with good pedigree. The successor, which we have right here, is called the Revolver S and is priced at about 7,500 pesos or 150 US dollars. It pushes the boundary of what we think is possible with headphones, really, since it comes with a plug-and-play USB dongle that has its own equalizer and 7.1 surround sound Dolby audio capabilities. Crazy, I know. What this allows you to do is basically plug and play this guy anywhere, including any laptop or PC or even PS4, and get the advantages of surround sound audio without installing anything or setting software up. Out of the box, you basically get 4 pieces of equipment. The headphones themselves with a nice thick braided cable that ends in your typical 4-pole smartphone 3.5mm jack. A detachable adjustable microphone, a long 4-pole splitter cable that separates them into mic and headset for your analog 3.5mm desktop connections, if you prefer that, and the newest feature, the USB 7.1 surround sound dongle, which we'll talk about later. The main headset unit itself is an upgrade to the original Revolver from last year, though it looks mostly the same, except opting for a more discreet white collar accent and matte plastic in parts compared to the crimson red and glossy plastic of before. It makes it look less aggressive and gamer focused, but the design is still angular and dark. You won't mistake this for fashion headphones or the overly serious audiophile ones, but it doesn't call as much attention to itself, and that's a good thing in my opinion. It is, however, mostly made of the same materials as the original Revolver. The ear cups themselves have had a subtle upgrade into a better memory foam, which feel really good, but we don't get the velour pads from the main Cloud series. The headband is wider by a little bit, which didn't seem to be a problem from the previous generation, but now it's bigger and fits bigger heads more comfortably, which is also helped by the bigger ear cups. They're also, as a side effect, more comfortable and feels light to wear for longer periods. That's a thumbs up in my book.
Bud Stilts, thank you for the subscribe.
As usual, you get the awesome 50mm drivers with a slightly better angle for ears. Headband is a one-size-fits-all thanks to the light stretchable nature of the padding, and the light clamping force is still controlled by a huge one-piece metal headband on top, which goes far into the ear cups on both sides. This metal band is a controversial one, and it still is. While it is amazing at improving the rigidity and feel of this headphone, you can hear it like a tuning fork whenever something touches it. It is improved somewhat versus the original Revolver, but when you tap it, you still hear a resonating twang. HyperX supposedly adds some rubber to this versus the previous generation, but taps are still audible. Of course, you wouldn't hear this normally, so you can get over it, but you may also hear the headband adjust the length when you move. It's just a side effect of the design and the metal that's also coming into contact with it. None of these are definitive deal breakers, but it will divide opinions, that's for sure.
As far as the microphone goes, you'll also get a noise cancellation microphone with adjustable boom, which is great. Sounds great also when you put it through a good recorder like the Zoom H1 we're using here. We think the quality is the same from last year's Revolver, but it's definitely above average microphone quality, and it's no doubt better than pretty much all competitors in this price range. It picks up a little background noise, but voice comes out absolutely clear with great tonal range as well.
Headphone audio quality though, absolutely no complaints. These are very good gaming headphones with clear sounds all throughout the range. The soundstage is bigger, slightly more open compared to previous HyperX versions of headphones. Footsteps and voices sound clear as they on Overwatch. Booming explosions have some force to them, and you can appreciate the swell of music in a game like Rise of the Tomb Raider, or admire the birds and wind in The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild.
We're all soldiers now. Hey.
I'm back in the fight.
System check initiated. Green across the board and ready for action.
Quit screwing around and get ready to move. Hey.
Hi.
Group up here.
There was something in Dad's research about this. Something's here. There was something in Dad's research about this. Something's here.
There is a little weakness in the high frequencies, but as far as hearing in-game sound goes, they're just great. I wouldn't necessarily choose these for listening to music primarily, but they're definitely good enough and better than most gaming headphones in this price range, or even higher. But that's before we take into account the new feature, the USB dongle with EQ settings and 7.1 audio, which no doubt you'll be using over the provided 3.5mm splitter cable. These have controls for mic volume, headphone volume, toggles for mic mute, 7.1 Dolby toggle, and a button to switch between 3 EQ presets: bass boost, flat, and vocals. Bass boost generally gives more volume to sound. It sounds bigger, and flat sounds generally subdued. And vocals seem to bring the tinny up, but squeaky as well. We think bass boost or flat is best for most people. But that's not taking into account the 7.1 surround sound button, which is the standout feature. Pressing the big headphone button in the middle makes it glow red, interesting that it's not white, and brings the audio to a bigger soundstage with reverb and a boomy echo as well. It takes single sounds and makes it an experience that comes from the room, not from the side of your head. It's an excellent addition to use on cinematic games like Rise of the Tomb Raider, as Lara Croft's adventure becomes a more engrossing and compassing experience.
It's amazing. If only Dad could have seen this. It's amazing. If only Dad could have seen this.
As far as using it for directional audio, you're still working with primarily left and right. But the mixing lets you somewhat hear front and back, at least, you know, what you feel of it. We can't really guess the direction with our eyes closed, but there's an inclination as where they're coming from, and that in itself is good for simulated sound. What we're really impressed with, though, is how modular and portable this is. The USB dongle can work completely independent of the headphones themselves. And that means you can plug any standard 4-pole headphone in its jack and enjoy its EQ and 7.1 surround sound processing. Of course, it'll be tuned for the specific sound signature of the Revolver S, but this just allows for so much customization, like plugging our more affordable Cloud Stingers onto the dongle and enjoying 7.1 with that. Also, the fact that the dongle requires no software means you can take it with you and plug it into any laptop or small PC and get the same 7.1 advantages on any computer, anywhere, even ones which aren't your own. Or how about the fact that since audio processing is done externally, that you can plug them into a PS4 USB port and get the same EQ and 7.1 as your PC. Can your headphones do that? Can other headphones do that? No, it can't. You need the software. Of course, the cans themselves also end in your typical 3.5mm 4-pole connector that allows it to connect to smartphones, tablets, and other portable devices like the PS Vita and Nintendo Switch, and can do voice calls and voice chat. That in itself is not something exclusive to the Revolver S, but everything else considered makes this one of the most modular, flexible, and unique gaming headphones we've ever used. So much so that we could see the advantage of buying this 7.1 dongle separately if HyperX ever makes it a separate product, that is. But overall, this package is one of a kind and really quite mind-blowing. You're getting a really solid headset for gaming, really good microphone quality, a big durable metal band, decent sound quality for music, and of course the star of the show, which is the plug-and-play 7.1 surround sound dongle. Nothing else in this market offers the same for the price, which is around 7,500 pesos or 150 US dollars. Which means the only thing that might prevent you from getting them is if you don't care for the 7.1 audio or you don't like the metal twang of the headband. Other than that, probably you should buy it. I'm Alex from HyperX.com, and we award the HyperX Cloud Revolver as an Editor's Choice Award. Think about it. In a few years, you can switch your headphones to a newer one, but keep the 7.1 dongle. This could be the future of headphones as we know it, and it may start with the Cloud Revolver S. Time will tell, but this is a really good indication. And that's it for the review of the Kingston HyperX Cloud Revolver S. I hope you appreciate the work we put into this one, and if you do, give us a thumbs up, subscribe. If you don't, let us know what we did wrong. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.